Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and welcome to Mystery Movie Night at the Regal. I want to thank everyone joining us live on Twitter. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Already in the chat, Emoji Queen, Lady Miss. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Pinned to the top of my chat is the GoFundMe page, which is the medical fund supporting my former Saturday Serial co-host Matt Allen. We are $85 away from the goal. That is all that we need. Let's get him there tonight. The link will be pinned at the top of the chat. All right. Now, as you know, my regular co-host, Sin's Corner, could not join us tonight because she is in the middle of a working vacation. But as we say, the show must go on. We had Mystery Movie Night at the Regal, and I have just returned in the last few minutes. So we are going to get on with it. Tonight's Mystery Movie Night at the Regal was Arthur the King, starring Mark Wahlberg, and the best canine actor I have ever seen in a movie. Forget Lassie, forget Benji. This dog is the shiznit. All right, it is based on a true story surrounding adventure racing, which is basically this all-terrain 5-day-long race. You're running, you're swimming, you're kayaking, you're biking. This is the decathlon on crack, folks. And it is not for the faint of heart. We open up the story where Mark Wahlberg and his team are in the middle of this race. Team morale kind of breaks down, and they lose the race, essentially. And cut to 3 years later, Mark Wahlberg is working for his father, who's a real estate agent. He has married this woman who is a member of his team. They have a daughter. And now he wants his shot at going back and completing this race. He wants to rebuild his team, which he does. He tries to get some corporate backing. Doesn't get as much money as he wants because they don't really depend on him or trust him. So he has to kind of go into his own pocket, so to speak. And he basically puts his life savings into the race. So he bands this team back together, played by Simu Liu, Natalie Emanuel, and Ali Suleiman. Um, Shang-Chi, Game of Thrones, and The Kingdom, respectively, if those names sound familiar. Um, re-enters the race, and hello to the view with Drew. And along the way, we are seeing this parallel story of this dog who is living out in the street, is not in the best condition, obviously, uh, starving. There is a man who does try to help the dog at one point, but the dog runs away. And once this race has started, Mark Wahlberg and this dog um, converge. And basically, there's an incident that happens where the dog saves the team from basically running off of a cliff. And they're off and running from there. You know, the dog sort of becomes their mascot, so to speak, and then eventually kind of like a fifth member of the team. And so we are off and running. It's and this movie is shot kind of like an action movie in a lot of ways. It's almost, it's very much shot like Land of Bad was earlier this year, and like a Peter Berg movie, like something Wahlberg would be, like an action movie Wahlberg would be in. I gotta tell you, this is a really good movie. It's one of the better movies I've seen so far this year. Um, Again, I'm kind of surprised that this is the movie they went with, because this is a movie that's going to be coming out in theaters here very shortly. So I am really recommending this one, guys. So go and check it out. It's kind of unfortunate that Sin missed this, you know. She when she sees this, she's going to be upset that she missed it. But yeah, this is it's well acted by everybody involved. It's a bit of a tearjerker towards the end, because even though the second act of the movie is the race, um, the first act being the events leading up to that, building the team, and then you have this third act that I'm not going to go into, the final 20 minutes. And this movie is about an hour and 44 minutes. So it moves at a pretty good clip. Like I said, it's kind of shot and edited together like it's an action film. Um, but really, it's a character drama about this guy and this dog who kind of find out they're kind of similar in a lot of ways. And it's a movie. It's basically about not giving up. You know, um, I don't want to give too much of this movie away, even though it is based on a book. It's based on a true story. These are all real people. You can go and um, look all of this up, but still, the way the movie plays out, I don't want to give too much away. Um, um, Obviously, they put themselves through a lot making it. There's some pretty heavy terrain that they're traveling through. There is There's a stunt on a zip line that's like something out of Cliffhanger, and so yeah, there's some hair raising stuff in this movie, guys. Um, how how they pulled off doing this race for real. I'm talking about in real life now. How they pull this race off without getting anybody killed. You know, I have no idea. Um, I tell you, I definitely am not physically up to it. Um, like I said, that whole situation on the zip line, there's no way they would have gotten me up there. I hope to hell that was green screen. No. But I tell you, man, if there are any visual effects in this movie, and I'm sure there were some, it is pretty seamless. And it is pretty it's hair-raising. It's really exciting to watch. Like I said, this movie's almost an action film in a lot of ways. And it is, a story about a man and man's best friend. You know, too. And I tell you, I do not know where they got this dog, but this dog is awesome. um, Man, I wish there was more that I could. I really wish Sin were here. There's more that I could say about it. I am really recommending this one. Now, if I had any kind of a beef with it, is that there's a point where the movie could realistically end, and it kind of keeps going. However, I understand why, because there was more to the story. There was more. I didn't know anything about the real life story going into this movie. So um, and again, I'm kind of dancing around it because I don't want to give away the third act. And hello to Connie Clary. Um, there are some events that take place in the third act, and you need those scenes because it leads to something else that took place. It's like it's a small story. It's this small story, but something really good comes out of it. Um, which, like I said, I knew nothing about going in. But I tell you, this is really a well-made film. It really is. It's a strong movie. Um, that is about perseverance. It's about not giving up. Um, it's about human endurance. How far can you push yourself to succeed? Um, how this dog, you know, sees this moment of kindness because Mark Wahlberg feeds it, kind of takes pity on it and feeds it, and then the dog follows them the rest of the way, and even at one point getting ahead of them. And this is after they've been on bikes. They've had the whole situation with the zip line, and the dog gets there before they do, and they're trying to figure that what how do you do that, um, which leads to this running joke through the movie of, hey, the dog must have wings, you know. Um, so it's really the fact that this dog doesn't give up either. you know, he turns out to be one tough little cuddly little furball little. He's a really tough guy, but you want to pet him at the same time. Um, yes, protect the dog in this movie at all costs, please. Um, if you could give an Oscar nomination to a dog, this dog would get it. Seriously. Um, that's how believable this dog. I don't know who trained this dog. Man, um, I could go on all day. This is a really good movie. Go and support it in theaters. Um, it is up there with movies this year like if you wanted like if you liked the movies that we reviewed earlier, like Ordinary Angels, One Life, you're going to like this. If you like those movies, you're going to like this. Obviously, this is a very different film, but there's some of the same themes that run through it. And to me, it's comparable to those films. This is turning out to be kind of a decent year so far in movies. It's kind of going back for a minute in critiquing the movies I've seen so far this year. And I saw another movie over the weekend that I haven't reviewed yet, that I might do like a short video on. But I tell you, so far this year, I think we've probably liked more movies than I've disliked. And if Hollywood keeps making movies like this, if they keep making movies like Ordinary Angels and One Life and Land of Bad that we reviewed back earlier in the year, then this is going to turn out to be a good year. So I'm recommending this one. Please go out and give Arthur the King the chance. I think. Let me look this up real quick. I did not have time to. Let me look very quickly here. and see if I can find a release date. Yes, it is going to be this Friday. It is PG-13 rated because there is a well-placed PG-13 F-bomb, but that's really all that's wrong with the movie. Going to the real life story, because I'm sure the movie doesn't get to all of it. It is based on a book on the subject. So go out and look into it. Arthur the King. All right. I want to once again remind everyone the medical fund, the GoFundMe page for my friend Matt Allen, former co-host co-hosted with him on his show Saturday Serial, which you can find all of my appearances on that show on the Saturday Serial playlist that I have on my channel. So if you want to see my beginnings on YouTube, check that out. $85 away from the goal with 1 day to go. So please help in whatever way you can. I am scheduled to appear tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. on Reality Based with Ryan Rajarathai. And then later on that evening at 8:30 for Live from Sparkwood and 21. Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, Aged Boomer, will be joining me as we watch the next episode of Twin Peaks. Thursday, I will be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be joining Jedi Bill for Action Theater. Excuse me, Action Theater, and we are going to be watching the unrated version of True Romance. Then, of course, catch me right here later that night for the weekend update, where I'm going to let everybody know what I'm going to be doing next weekend. Doggy, yeah. Sounds like a good movie. It is a good movie. I was kind of concerned that they were going to be showing another film that I was concerned I wasn't going to like as much. But yeah, this turned out to be, and I was kind of like stealing myself for the fact that I could be coming back with some bad news. But yeah, this was a pleasant surprise. I'm glad I saw this. This is an excellent film. One of the better ones this year. And thank you, Lady Mist, for dropping the links. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for being here. I am going to go ahead and wrap up the show, unless anybody has any questions for me or any suggestions on what to watch. If you are new to the show and you are watching this for the first time, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. and to Sin's Corner. Sin will be returning to the show in 2 weeks. So it's going to be me flying solo next week again, possibly, depending on if I can find someone to come in and guest host who's on the East Coast and is also watching the movie nights. But hey, you know what? This was a show that started from humble beginnings. And I want to thank everyone for watching my reviews, watching this new Mystery Movie Night broadcast. You guys are why I continue my channel. This is fun. And I'm happy to bring you word of a good movie. You know, and I was so afraid because I don't want to dump on a movie, but it happens sometimes, and I'm glad in this case that it was a good one. Arthur the King, good story, based on a true story, well acted, well shot. It's almost shot almost like an action film, like I said. But check it out. You know, this it's a story that takes place in mostly 2018. And this was a story I knew nothing about going in, even though by the end of it, I kind of feel like, how did I miss this? But yeah, 2018 was a year of kind of great upheaval to me personally. So I missed out on some things, and obviously I missed out on this story. And I'm glad I found out about it tonight. All right, I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. There will be other reviews coming up soon. Catch me tomorrow afternoon on Reality Based, and tomorrow night on Live from Sparkwood and 21. And stay tuned. More reviews are on the way. From HQ and all points, north, south, east, and west. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win.